What's going on, guys? This is our weekly Nightfall solo players guide walkthrough. I totally just fired that all up, but anyways, you get the point. This is our hunter variant. We do this with all three classes, so go ahead and hit that sub button if you're new to the channel. And so those will be in the description box down below when those are ready. Also down in the description box below, Challenge of Elders guide. That is going up later today. That is Tuesday if you're watching it as it goes up. So look out for those. We are also not using raid weapons. This is going to be something I try to do weekly with at least one of our guides. I'll put it in the title. I'll try to remember to put it in the thumbnail, blah, blah, blah. You guys don't care about that. Anyways, let's go ahead and go over the modifiers, and then we'll hit up the setup, and then we'll get straight into this guide. This week's modifiers include heavily shielded, or epic, heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. Specialist, special weapon damage is favored. Chaff, player radar is disabled. Ironclad, more enemies have shields, which just means the Shanks have shields. It's not a huge deal, it's really not. And exposure, guardian shields are increased but do not replenish. Now this can get a bit tricky, but for the most part, if you kind of stay back, which you can pretty much this entire strike, you should be alright. As far as setup goes, we're going the no raid gear, or at least no raid weapons loadout. We're using the distant star. I know despite specialists taking away damage from your heavy and primary weapons, this was the only scout rifle I could find, and I didn't really want to take a minute to look around for one. So if you have a high impact scout rifle, that would be best, just because it will do slightly more damage than this one. But you know, Iron Banner just went away. I got this nice roll on the distant star. Why not? Am I right? Also, Devil's Dawn. Not only is it a highest impact sniper rifle, which you do want a sniper rifle for this strike, this also has Disciplinarian. This weapon deals a small amount of bonus damage to fallen enemies, which this is the fallen version, so 2 thumbs way up for that. And then of course we're rocking Galahorn, but if you want Sleeper Simulant, would also be pretty decent. You pretty much just want ranged weapons. That's gonna get on my nerves. And then the reason why I said weapons is because we are using the Nanomania Grasps, only because increased heavy ammo drops for fallen enemies. That's literally it. I just wanted more Galahorn shots. As far as this goes, I like Shade Step just because it can get you out of some sticky situations a whole lot faster, and you don't really need Keen Scout for this. One, you don't have a radar, so you know. Lockdown. Grenade and smoke effects last twice as long, allowing strong territory control. And since you're I'm assuming you're doing this solo, you don't need Light of the Pack nor Courage of the Pack, because there is no pack. You're the lone wolf. And if in case, you know, you can go Niz for slightly longer and your grenades will last longer. Vanish and Smoke. You can also use Envenomed. It just depends on how comfortable you are in this strike. I went Vanish just because I'm kind of a chicken, not gonna lie. Normally I run Bloodbound, and I could have swore I set it on Bloodbound before I started the strike, but I was using Black Hole the whole time. Either one is good. I would not use Quiver, but that's my personal preference. If you guys prefer Quiver in PvE, go for it. And then of course grenades and jump are your preference. Let's go ahead and get into this guide. Alright, so this is the first Nightfall tiered area. Not very hard. There's just going to be a few Shanks with shields. Specialist does make this suck a little bit, so this part I wouldn't blame you if you want to use like a sidearm or something just to get those down really quick. And there's also going to be some Vandals. There is going to be that Hydra right there. What I like to do is just take out those 2 Hobgoblins across the way, Obviously, so they don't snipe me while I'm trying to get this done. You want to take as little damage as possible, obviously, with exposure. So just keep that in mind. Stay back. You don't really have to rush. This is more of a short strike anyways. I think there's only 3 major encounters, so nothing really to stress out about here. Once you take down that Hydra, go ahead and kill these guys right here. And then we'll move on. Now, I will say, for you, depending on how quick you got here and killed everything else in this area, there may still be fallen enemies fighting with those Vex. So just keep that in mind. Maybe don't rush up there. But go ahead and grab this if you can, if you have it. If it spawns in for you, some people it might not. And then, yeah, let's go on to the next little bit. So once you get here, there's going to be 3, there's more like 5 goblins. Let's go ahead and take them out real quick. Remember, stay back, let your health, despite the description of exposure, your health will very, very slowly regenerate. So that's why I say, stay back, and you should be just fine. Go ahead and take out these 3 hobgoblins. That way they're not trying to snipe you out while you're trying to do your stuff. Take out the captains. There are going to be 2 of them. There's also going to be at least 1, possibly 2 minotaurs, some vex goblins, and a few dregs. So once you kill all of them, you'll be prompted to start opening the door. Here's where I thought I had Bloodbound for sure. Oh no, that's a little bit later on. Just kidding. But go ahead and take these guys out, open the door, and we'll move right on in. Alright, so once you send your ghost to go ahead and do that, you want to run all the way back. All the way back. This way, you're taking a whole lot less damage than you would, not only from the ships, after they spawn out, of course, but it also gives you a butt ton of cover. Like, you are solid here. So go ahead and snipe whatever you can snipe. There are going to be 3 major vandals right there, so just keep that in mind. If you do have Ex Machina, you're going to be doing a lot more damage to them than what this weapon does. So, you might get it in one shot, but I doubt it. You might still have to do 2 crit shots to kill each major vandal anyways. Just keep in mind they are invisible, they're not gone. And for whatever reason, they weren't doing next to any damage to me for whatever reason. I was kind of surprised. So I wasn't sure if that was like a glitch or they just happened not to hit me. Like right there, I take almost no damage. So I don't know if they're hitting me or not. There we go. I just take out, there's like 2 or 3 down here. And they used to have a like a nerf to this strike where you had to be further up than this, but evidently that's gone now because here I am. But anyways, once you kill, if you have to kill everything in this wave to spawn in the next wave, which is going to be Shanks and Servitors. The Shanks are going to have shields, the Servitors are going to be Majors. You'll know they're spawning in because those ships will start shooting at you almost immediately. So just be very careful, be prepared to run back quickly. Once you get here though, you're pretty much safe. I don't recall there being anything that spawns to the left like the previous wave, so that's always nice. Oh, I forgot those were also... Here's where I thought I had Bloodbound. Bloodbound here would be really nice. But go ahead. If you have the heavy wave, this is... or the heavy box spawn in, this is definitely the wave you want to be using it on. Just so you can kind of conserve your special ammo. Especially if you can't aim like me. But anyways, go ahead and kill them, and then we'll move on. Now if you come here and you get the fallen version, be very careful. Like, those things will melt you pretty quick, so what I suggest is kill that first guy. Try and stay as much behind cover as possible. Use a Gallahorn shot if you have to. And then just come up here and snipe them. There's 4 in total, I believe. Yeah, there's 4 in total. Gallahorn this guy if you want to, because he was getting me tilted a little bit. But anyways, get him. You don't even have to hit headshots, but go ahead and get him. Just be very careful. Remember, you don't have a radar. That's why you see me taking it very slowly. And yeah, move on. Alright, so here again, there's going to be 2 major servitors, some Shanks, and some sniper Shanks to the far right. Just Gallahorn those guys down. And also a Vandal. So go ahead and kill those guys, get the heavy box, and move on. Alright, now we're in the final stage of the boss fight. This is where I really thought I had Bloodbound. Bloodbound would become a whole lot handier than the other one, Black Hole. But that's really up to you guys, obviously. Go ahead and take out all the Vex first, and then kill this. Your next immediate target should be this major captain. Nothing's going to chase you, so just kind of stick around. This is honestly going to be your safe spot where you're going to want to stay. Horrible grenade. But go ahead and kill these guys. Kill the captain. Gallhorn for the win. And then after you kill the captain, go ahead, kill everything else, obviously. Once everything is dead, go ahead and spawn in. What's his name? Not Axis. Oh, the Archon Priest. Just call him the Archon Priest. Alright, so once you do that, go ahead and run all the way back to your special secret spot, or safe spot, I should say, which is over here. I have a tether ready if you have one. Go ahead and tether him, and then go ahead and just, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Flinch trap him. So what you want to do is wait, because you definitely don't want him running up on you like this. Luckily, I didn't take about any damage for, again, I don't know why. But go ahead and start doing damage to him. That, I should have been dead right there. You definitely don't want that happening. So if that does happen, just come running back up here. Kill these guys. And then keep going. This is pretty much the whole thing. There is going to be one wave where there's a servitor, which I believe is this wave right here. The next big wave is going to be, there's going to be a major captain and a regular captain, so be very careful of them. They'll come running up on you. But if you've got a arc sniper, that should take him out. Right, and then every once in a while he'll either run up to you, but he'll also, in a couple spots, I think about, depending on which wave it is, he'll run all the way back into the back end of this area. So when that happens, that's honestly the best possible thing that can happen. And yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this play out. Stay tuned till the end to see rewards. Do get a few not so decent things. And then, yes, like I said and earlier, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Look in the description box below for Warlock Titan guides. Also, the Challenge Villagers guide is with a Hunter this week. And so we'll go all over that. That's also going to be in the description box below as soon as I get that done. And then, yeah, other than that, guys, I'll talk to you later.
kitchen.